Peace. Peace. What's poppin', my weebles? It's your boy, Sincere 7, coming to you live and direct from the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit. The Pad, representing the House of Genesis, and yeah. I came on just to kick it a little bit. Cause I'm feeling some type of motherfucking way. You know? I'm feeling some type of way, and so old school style, y'all know what it is, cushion coffee. You know what grinds my gears type of shit. You know what I'm talking about? So we having a little morning cushion coffee, but we having a tea edition, a little pad tea. You know what I'm saying? About to roll up, about to microdose a little bit. I'm about to talk a little bit of my shit. Cass, what's popping, my guy? Yeah, what's popping, my guy? I done dropped the honey. Good to see you, Reggie. I see you in here. Please, Lord of mercy. Yeah, so y'all know sometimes I just come on for my own mental and emotional, you know what I'm saying, balancing and shit. Get some shit off my chest. That's what I want to do. I just want to come and kick it a little bit and get some shit off my chest. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to talk about a couple subjects that's I'm feeling about right now. One of them is this bartering thing. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about our community, what bartering means, and why it don't work sometimes. You know, a lot of people I like my homegirl Cole. You know, Cole and Tar of the Condor approach. Cole said one day, shaming people is not a sales strategy. Oh, what? And she had to give me an example. Like, shaming people is not a good sales strategy. You know how people would be like, oh, y'all stupid asses don't know, blah, blah, blah. But if you knew this, then y'all would know better. So you need to get this. It's like, you didn't insulted me already. So to move from insulting me to offering me a product or something, it doesn't really feel good, right? You know what I'm saying? So it was like, that's one of them things that I had to look at because I am one of them people who would say things that could be offensive to an individual, right? And I'm like, damn, I really understand that, right? And so one of the things that I'm looking at is bartering and how people in our community approach it, okay? And so I want to talk about that. The other thing I want to talk about is in the community, everybody, but especially those who are of a certain value or a certain place, like the people who do something in the community, the people who are, you know what I'm saying, who are healing, the people who are building, the people who are teaching and educating, you know, all of these different people in the community. We have to be cautious when others offer us help. See what I'm saying? We have to be, what I've realized now is in the last, I'd say probably 10 years strong. In the last 10 years, I've been working very diligently to be able to, how do I say it, offer more people what we have. Been trying to get these things out here, these modalities, these learnings, these teachings, right? So that more people will have access to what it is we offer. What I have found is in trying to expand my reach and give other people the opportunity to tap in and learn and all of these things, I kept saying, you know what? I need a team. I need a team. I need a team. Things aren't the way they are because I don't have a team. Things aren't going the way as good as they could be because I don't have a team. We're not doing all the places that I feel like I could be because I don't have a team, right? And so that was something that was like on my, like, yo, you got to take people with you. You got to have a group of individuals. You know what I mean? Like, if you watch all this stuff on TV, like, yo, it takes a group. It takes a team. Somebody got to do logistics. Somebody got to do, you know what I mean? Every part of it, somebody got to do, and you need people who specialize. And so in my mind, I'm like, yo, you know what? That's what I need, is I need a team. Yo, JT, I see you. Salute, baby. You know, and what I realized is that I was not thinking deeply enough to who should be on the team, right? It was more of I could see the overall ideology, but the what is it, the details, the small details, yeah. I was missing out, right? So y'all know me, I roll the blunt, then we get into it. So I'm just starting off slow. So with that, what I was doing was I'm thinking anybody who could see the vision should be able to get on the team. Hmm? If they understand what I'm doing, what I'm trying to pull about, right? And so being in the position that I was in, being on National Geographic, being in the newspaper, being on all of these stages across America, lecturing and talking to all these people, in my mind, I'm like, oh, like this is it. This is what I needed to push me forward. And now I have people next to me to help me. So now we can find up the blunt. Let's go ahead and talk about it. What really happened is in the last 10 years, I thought that people were seeing me and what was going on around me and what I was doing and saying, hey, look at where he's at. He's on his way. He about to be on the next level. Let's help him out. Let's give him a boost. Let's take him there. That's what I thought. But that's not what was happening. What was happening was people who have not done all of the things that they could have done for themselves found themselves looking at me and where I was at and going, wait a minute, how is he there? But I'm not there. And so what I realize now in hindsight is most of the people that were offering me help, they were saying, hey, I know why you're not where you at, and it's because you ain't got this yet. And I know how to do this, and I can do it for you, and you'll be there. And I'm going, no shit. Oh, well, in my mind, bet, because I wouldn't mind helping you to get where I'm at. So what's happening is I'm attempting to help them get where I'm at, and they're attempting to help them get where I'm at. But I'm thinking that they're helping me to get where I need to be. So since they're helping me, let me listen to them and do what they're telling me I need to do. And all the things that they're telling me I need to do is to improve their situation. So listen, y'all. I had to sit and think about this morning. And you know what I realized? Nobody who can help you is going to come and offer you to help. I'm going to say that again. Nobody who can help you is going to offer you to help. Okay, I hear y'all. There's an exception for every rule. I know somebody who helped. I know that, and I know people. Okay, what I've realized is from now on, when anybody comes to me and says, I know where you at, I know what you're going through, I can help you. My question to them is, why you want to help me? Because what I realize now is that was never the case. People wanted to help themselves by working with me, right? It was the people who have never paid no attention, never seen, never asked, never, but then when they do catch a glimpse of where you at, what you're doing, and what you connected to, all of a sudden, you start being the person that they can help. Now, another thing that I used to be on some like humility shit. So I didn't never say this, but now I'm not practicing humility. So I'm going to say this. How can you help me if you are not at least where I'm at or further? How is it that I am 1,200 feet up this mountain? You are 300 feet up the mountain and you are telling me I can help you get to the top. You 1,200 feet up. Like you not too far from the tip. I can help you get the rest of the way there. And you are at the base. I didn't see these things when these things was coming to me. I didn't see it. All I seen was, wait a minute, I've been saying I need a team. I've been saying I need to link with somebody. And here comes somebody. Oh, look at my girl like, hey, didn't I just say And this person said they do. And they, yeah, I know. Of course they said they. Yeah. Even if that shit came out of nowhere, right? But, okay, they do. Where they at? Where they at? Because in my mind, it's like, oh, well, the only reason they're not where I'm at, they don't do what I do. No, no, no. No, it's not the only reason. Who are you? What are you? You ain't important. You ain't special, right? So, mind you, while I'm talking, take the me out of it and put you in it. Wherever you at, whatever you're doing, you're successful in your journey. You've reached another level in your journey. So take me out of it and put you in it. I'm saying everybody. I would invite everybody to look at these things. Not to take what I say and be like, that's exactly it. No, no, no. Just to look at them. When was the last time somebody offered you help? Were they really in a place to give you help? Or were they seeing that if I offer to help you, you might offer to help me in exchange, and you are somewhere I need to be? Every time somebody offered me help to get to the next level and I accepted it, I would go on pause for 90 days. Because whatever they're telling me they're going to help me with, I need to do, and I need to be in tune with their system. So let me stop doing this and let me get this. Let me stop this and let me get this. Let me start this website. Let me start this landing page. Let me start whatever the fuck you saying. This is what I do and this is how I can help you. So if you just do all of this, you're not helping me. You're not helping me. I realize it now. You're not helping me. I'm helping you. How could you be helping me when I'm changing all of my systems to what you feel like I should be doing? I'm changing all of the things that I do to what you're not helping me. You're not helping me. I'm helping you. Because I'm already on something. I've been on something. I've been moving. So to get to the next stage, everything else has already been done. Let's get to the next stage. So now I know that if that person who's coming to me is not the person to get me to the next stage, you cannot help me. You cannot help me. Let's talk about bartering. Oh, my. So let me just say, this video is for me and my nervous system and my emotional state. I'm not teaching. I'm not saying how things should be. I'm saying what the fuck I observe and how the fuck I feel about it. So I want to talk about this bartering shit. I had to say that because I'm going to offend a few of y'all. And it's okay. If you offended, there's a difference between offense and disrespect. Disrespect means I am literally saying something to try to show you I have a lack of respect for you. Offense means I said something that you didn't like. This has nothing to do with how I feel about you. I'm just saying how I feel about the situation. And if you are in this situation, well, then you know probably not to come to me with this. But this bartering shit, listen, y'all. The issue I have with bartering, it's always the person of lower quality or lower value that is asking for the barter, and they're not trying to make up for that. Right? So what I'm saying is, like, I've been asked to barter before, and people have I've seen people like make posts about me. No, I ain't gonna say that. About our situation that we went through 5 minutes after we go through it. You hit my inbox, you ask me how do I feel about barter, and I'm like, you know what I mean? Well, I just wanted to say I had some soaps and I had, you know what I'm saying, some incense, or like, I'm just throwing shit out there to not really pinpoint anybody. But what I'm saying is, oh, well, okay. And what do you want? Oh, I wanted, toad venom. Okay, so you want a $500 service. So how much soap do you plan on giving me? And when you actually request your value, right? I had somebody who tried to offer me something like what we're talking about. And I was like, wait, what? Oh, well, how much of this type of stuff? Oh, I'm making I was like, okay. So I'm like, well, let me get a wholesale order of, you know what I'm saying, 12 of these bars, 12 of them bars, 12 of it. Like, they like, well, that's quite a bit. Wait a minute. You asking me for $500 in service, but you offering me 150? Why would you offer me 12 bars of soap for 500? Now I'm looking sideways. I ain't got a problem with bartering. I got a problem with the stuff y'all be trying to barter. I got a problem with the value not matching the value of what I have. And that makes me say that people who barter do not see the value in the other people. I'm going to be very clear. I don't like bartering. Whatever you was trying to give me for what I have in exchange, go sell it, take the money you sold from it, and come back and give it to me. Back in the day when when everything I got from growing herb. Let me put it like that. For about 15 years, my family would talk to me in amounts of weed. Hey, can we go to the blah, blah, blah this weekend? How much is it? About 4 zips. All right, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? That was $1,000. A quarter pound? All right, go ahead. Like, they telling me, like, it only takes, if you sold 2 ounces, I might even just give them the 3 ounces, 4 ounces. Here. Okay. They got people who, and they'll sell it to them, get the money, and go get. That's true bartering. So I'm like, nah, people don't really know how to barter. So with that being said, I don't be liking to barter. You know what I'm saying? I don't want $25 to $40 worth of your product for $500 of my service. So you want me to do something while you give me something you made? Nah, let me give you something I got that I grew or that I made for something that you made, as opposed to trying to get me to work. A lot of people don't understand that either. That's another thing. How you trying to get me to do services for a trade? That's like me saying, let me give you this TV for some tazillions and shit. Tazillions take 2 days and they tiny as fuck. And she about to stand over your head doing this shit for 8 hours for 2 days, and you give her a TV. Stop, man. Listen, you know what I mean? We got to be more, we got to start thinking more deeply into it about the other people. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have no problem with bartering, but give me the amount, and let's see if it's a service. No, it ain't no just give me $100 worth of for $200 worth of service because it's only $100 in product in it, but you can just give it to me. No. We got to start looking at shit differently. I see people complaining and trying to act like, oh, these people aren't down with the barter system. Oh, they're against the community. Oh, they're what? More valuable than what you're offering them. If you are going to barter, also, I don't know if y'all know this, but bartering, when you barter, you're supposed to throw an extra. If my shit 100 and that you were giving me cost 100 and you give that to me and I give you that, I don't, you know what I mean? Especially if it's a service. If I do a service, yeah, you gave me that 100, but I'm really like, shit, it should have been 120. I'm keeping it 100. It's just like when you break down, if you buying something in the streets, if you're buying a pound of something, it costs a certain price. If you cut it in half, if it's 1,000 for the whole thing, it's 600 for the half. I'm charging you 100 for having to cut it in half and having to rewrap both of these halves of this bread. A loaf of bread is $1,000. You only want a half a loaf of bread? Let me cut it. Let me wrap this loaf back up. Now let me wrap this. Now most of the people coming to get a whole loaf. I still got this half loaf, and I hope it don't go bad before somebody get it. So I tell you what, you're gonna pay $100 more for the half because you should have just got the whole. Kind of like that. What's that? The hustlers rules, right? But just saying, these are things that we have to be aware of. We have to be aware of. You know what I'm saying? And if you out here offering help, ask yourself, why do you want to help that person? What do you want from that person to help them? What do you expect? Because I be telling people, you gonna do what? The people don't listen. I didn't hire some marketing and advertising, right? I remember negotiating a contract once, and the person told me they wanted, I don't know, it was like $800 a week. And I was like, okay, well, let me see. That's, you know what I'm saying, 1632 a month, or was it 800 a month? It might have been 800 a month. It might have been 800. Either way, right? They wanted a certain amount every week. And I said, well, if I'm paying you that, my marketing and advertising shouldn't be no more than 15%. And that's a lot of my total overcome. So that means that if I'm paying you $800, that should be 10% approximately of what I'm getting because of your work. That means that you need to be making me $8,000 every pay period, whether it's a month or it's a week. So if we said $800 a month, cool. You should be making me $8,000 a month. There's no reason for me to pay you $800 a week if you're not bringing me $8,000 a week. There's no need to pay you $8. I'm not paying you. I'll pay you 10 to 15%. So when I present this, I'm saying that's how we know if you are going to get paid, because you're only going to get 10 to 15% of my total overall income. So if you do what you say you're going to do, when I hire you, my income should shoot up. In the first 3 months of you got to put your system into play. You got to run it. You got to let it go. We got to let it give some time for the jump. I already know how it go. But after 90 days, wow, that next motherfucking 90 to 120 days, I should be getting this much. And if not, we cut your pay. If I only made, you know what I'm saying, 2,000, you get 200. You feel me? Now, if I made 20 bands, oh, you about to eat. You about to eat. You know what I'm saying? You about to get 2,000 for those of y'all who didn't know the math. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at business. That's how I look at bartering. That's how I look at help. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's really going on? I've been in situations where shit went all bad. Shit went all bad. Somebody like, yo, I can help you. I'm like, bet, I need help. And they like, bet. All right, I'll tell you what. You do this and I'll do that. And I'll be like, bet. And they'd be like, all right. And then it'll take them 2-3 months to do what they did. Now I'm going, shit. I thought you was about to do that shit quick. Like, I don't even need it now. But all right. Well, now I need you to come do. Well, yeah, I owe you that. Like, shit. Like, see, it don't make sense for me. That's why I be telling y'all, a lot of y'all, when y'all come at me and y'all come with me with these offers and these deals, I don't really do that shit unless I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Unless we got something that this supposed to be long term. And then I hate when I get into that type of shit, and then I motherfucking 2 weeks later find out this person feeling some type of way, or you know what I'm saying, somebody said or somebody did, or they feel a misunderstanding and then ran off. And man, it's just, that's why, like, no, just pay. Let's do services. Let's keep it moving. It's too many variables out here that I just really don't be comfortable with, because people just be flaky, and you just you never know who really solid, who really interested, who really. That's what I was talking about, the apprenticeship. It's the same thing with the apprenticeships. That's why we started the praxis. We started the praxis because people kept saying, hey, I want to mentor under you. Hey, I want to learn under you. All right, cool. And the minute motherfuckers start learning and you hold them accountable, or you tell them they need to do better, or you need to tell them that they need to focus on this and stop focusing on that, and now they feelings hurt. I thought you was my friend. I thought we was better than that. I thought we was going to make money together. Now you judging me. Now you got me feeling bad. You asked me a question and said, you know, because you didn't like this, and so you just wanted to get some clarity, and that hurt my feelings, and now I don't want to be your friend no more. What the fuck? You know how many people I've had that I've lost because of a conversation? You know how many people I've had and lost without a conversation? I ain't got time for that flaky shit, especially when I'm the one passing down the fucking knowledge. I'm the one sitting giving the jewels. I'm the one taking you through months of teaching. You supposed to be here for years. You done got 6 months, got a bunch of good shit, got your feelings hurt because you're sensitive, and got the fuck on. And now I'm sitting here without the help that I had. You done got my jewels and gone. What I got? Nothing. Nothing. That's why I be telling people, no, I work alone. No, I don't need your help. No, I don't want to teach you. No, I don't want to train you, because people don't have the fortitude to actually, like, when I had teachers, I understood my teacher's going to piss me off. If they good, they're going to piss me off. Before I'm done, I'm going to be pissed off. Period. I've never had a teacher that didn't piss me off, hurt me, all that. I was just telling my girl last night about appreciation from Baba Kalende, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, he caused me to bleed. Like, it wasn't all fun and cool. Oh, my Baba was cool. No, he punched me in my fucking face on purpose and told me it's called appreciation. What the fuck are you talking about? Because you had told me that before you did the shit. Like, I was pissed the fuck off. It continued to punch me in my face. I was pissed the fuck off at Baba Kalende for at least 2 weeks. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was mad as hell. I was like, next time I see him, I'm gonna whoop his ass. You can tell him I said it. Yeah, I ain't want no problems. But you get what I'm saying? So we got to start seeing the real jewels in things. I knew and understand when he was doing what he was doing, why he did it, you know what I'm saying? All of that. I was just pissed off that it happened, that he did it. But like the jewels and the lessons, like afterward, when you're not in pain no more, you appreciate that day. And that's like he's explained to me, you will appreciate this one day. He wasn't lying, you know? And so when you have people that you care about, you have to be able to go through this type of shit. You have to be able to have these conversations. And that's why I don't take no apprenticeships. That's why I created the practice, because those apprenticeships, like there's a certain amount of submission that comes with them. And people hate that word, you know what I'm saying? But I was a soldier, so I know what submission means. It's not feminine or masculine. It means to agree with and go in accordance with, right? It's like, fuck it, I'm submit. Fuck it, I'm gonna go with it. Like, you know what I mean? When it's 5 niggas and they all going through some shit and they, no, fuck that. We need to da-da-da-da-da. And the other was like, no, we need to da-da-da-da. And then 3 of them was like, nah, I mean, I feel what he's saying, man. Like, I think we need to do that. The other one be like, fuck it, man, let's go. That's him saying, I submit. It's not a feminine thing. It's not no punk shit, none of that. It means to agree and go with, right? And when you are looking and saying to somebody, I see you as this, I want to learn from you, I want to any of that shit, you gotta submit. You gotta submit. I had what we call, you know what I'm saying? We don't use the word mentor no more, but what people know as, right? On some financial shit. You know what I'm saying? True millionaire type of dude. He was black, you know what I'm saying? From the hood. Motherfucker was private service military. It's like so many things grew we like so many things about us was like the same. It was crazy. And you know, so once we met and I realized who he was and he told me how he got down, you know what I'm saying? I asked him, like, yo, teach me, man. Teach me the game. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, the reason why people never achieve things is because they never see them. You have to visualize the things that you want to achieve. And the more you can visualize them, the easier you can achieve them. This is why the young boys in the hood who used to sit in the room while their daddy and their uncle put the money through the counting machines and would stack up 100 bands on a table, that kid had the ability to go and get 100 bands easier than the kid who sat and heard his father talk about. Now, the kid who heard his father talk about 100 bands, he has higher capacity to get 100 bands than the child who's never even heard a conversation about 100 bands. Okay? So they all in high school and he's like, yo, let's stack up 100 bands. Bet, let's do it. Let's do it, right? When they make that agreement, we're gonna stack 100 bands each. I'm voting on the one who watched his daddy and uncle stack 100 bands. Then I'm gonna put a second bet that my mans who heard his parents, his pops and shit, talk about, he gonna get his second. And the one who ain't never seen nor heard conversation about 100 bands until they all was saying it, he's not even gonna get 100 bands. He's saying that shit go on with the conversation. He don't believe it can be achieved. Why would he? He's never heard of nobody who can do it, right? That's why the people who have been successful most of the time have seen something, experienced or been around, or they was the total opposite of that. Like they was broken, bummy, didn't have shit. They was adopted. They had the worst stories, and that broke them to the point where they were so motivated that none of that other shit mattered. I'm getting 100 bands. I'm getting $1 million. I'm getting that gold medal. Look at Mike Tyson. Look at what's the girl who be doing all the flips and shit? What's that girl? They done named all type of flips after her. Gabrielle, black girl, Gabby, yeah. Look at her. Like, look at all that. Like, that's the thing about reading these people's autobiographies. For those of y'all who not reading autobiographies and biographies, when you start to see these great people, most of them, they went through the worst times, or they went through times that supported what they were trying to do. One or the other. See, because that's where that true motivation and spiritual inspiration comes from, right? So it takes seeing somebody do something to give you that extra inspiration and motivation to be able to do it. That's why so much was passed down. I watched my father do this for years. And of course, I started doing it. I watched my mother do this for years. And so I started doing it. And then my daughters watch me and my mothers, and they start, right? It's passed down. They like, oh, I know I can do this. I see my mom and my grandma do like, and so like lineage, right? And then there's some things that, no, I don't want to be with the sheep, Dad. I want to go on some alchemist shit, right? And then they go and they do, and then they find something else, and that inspires them, and then they learn that to a point of, you know what I'm saying, fame and being able to go out and make a living off of doing it, right? So these things are either natural or nurtured, but either way, you know what I'm saying, you need to have a good teacher. And so the practice, I was like, I'm just going to create the training so that anybody who actually wants it can get in, and they can be there as long as they want. And that whole personal, see, because the thing about apprenticeships, what a lot of people don't understand is not just you're learning a craft. You're not just learning a modality. You're also being taught a character to go with the modality. You know what I'm saying? You're also being watched so that this individual can see how you use your character for this modality. When they're giving you their character from modality, it's so you understand why they say and do the things they say and do while they're doing what they do. This is a transitioning phase where they're learning you and you're learning the craft so that they can assist you on how to present this craft based off the way you are. It's not going to be the same as the way they are. When I do my healing works, I am approaching the body as a map. And the modality, I'm a general. And I run the Coast Guard, the Navy, the Marines, the Army, and the Air Force, and now Space Force. All of those are the kingdoms. The mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, fungi kingdom, animal kingdom, kingdom of man. Now, I'm looking at the map, the body, and I'm looking at the enemy, the disease. I see where the disease or the enemy is coming from. I'm seeing how they are getting their food, their transportation, who's bringing all of that. The scouts is the first one to go out. Be real quiet, just be still, just watch what's going on. How many of them is it out there? How many walkie-talkies they got? How many phones they got? How do they communicate? What are they eating? Where's the food coming from? What do the trucks look like that's bringing the food? Okay, where's their medical supplies at? Okay, no, just stay there for a week or two. Watch them. That's what scouts do. Then they come back and they report all that information. So now we know how they operating. Now we can stop their supply line first. We can stop their supplies from coming in. We can stop them from being able to reach their medical supplies. We can stop them from being able to reach their communication as we're starting to eliminate the enemy one by one using the different forces. As times you send people in and then, okay, now it's on you. All right, they got them, go you, right? It's a whole order of operations. This is the standard operating procedures on this battlefield. That's how I look at healing, okay? So we went through a sacred animal venoms practitioner training class. And I'm explaining all of this to the students. And I'm breaking it down. And we talking about disease, this, that, and the other. And we go through it. And they get out of class. And I don't know, a year or two later go by. And I'm on the phone with a couple of the students, well, my colleagues that had taken the class previously. And we were talking about healing. And I said something like, remember how I explained the body as the battlefield? Da, 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 da. And she was like, yeah, I do remember that. And let me tell you, now, mind you, we're colleagues. She was respectful in class. She listened, she followed through. What, no, okay, whatever. We colleagues now. She fuck that. She was like, yeah, I remember that. And let me just tell you something. I don't agree with that. I was like, wait, what? She was like, I don't agree with that. I don't fuck with that. I'm not touching that shit. That shit is like, who the fuck wants to think about war when I'm healing? Like, I'm going through changes and things that have put me in a position where I'm thinking about not being with my children and blah, 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 and this and that. And I'm trying to bring myself back to a state of peace and harmony and bring homeostasis back to my body. And I'm not about to tell my body we're at war inside of you. I don't want that. And I was like, damn, that's dope. Like, cause the way she broke it down, I seen that shit. And I was like, hey, I support that. Cause like most women, if we both was like to do a lecture and we both said what we both said, both all the women gonna be like, I want her to be my healer. I want to work for her. Like she made my body sound like a garden, and she was planting stuff and making stuff flourish. And there was like stuff that was not supposed to be there. And she was like, we can use this to get that out. And just I was like, yo, that is a better analogy, you know. But I'm a soldier, so I still stick with mine because I garden too. Let me be clear. I got a garden back here right now. And when I'm gardening, I do have a mind state. And so when I look at that I would, me personally, I want an aggressive healer, not a love and light healer. Me personally, like real talk. I mean, seriously, like literally, like if I was going through something and I'm saying, okay, I can heal myself. I'm a healer. And it's like, okay, well, but you still need somebody support. Da, da, da. You right. Don't give me the love and light. Give me the person who's like, what the fuck is you doing? Yeah. No, you got to get your ass up. It's time to go and da 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 da. Because no, I know you don't feel like it. Me neither. I don't feel like it either. I'm not doing it because I need it. I'm doing it to support you. So who the fuck really don't feel like, get your ass up, man? I'm not finna. Damn, all right, bro. All right, come on, man. all right, grandma. Damn, here I come. Whoever it is, right? You know what I mean? So we all need and want a different style of support. I appreciate stern support. I need mine stern. My oatmeal got to be lumpy and thick. I can't pick it. If I can't pick it up with a fork, it won't work. It's like just grits, just it's like eating cereal with a fork. Nah, man. I need that. I need, you know what I mean? But some people need that smooth shit. They need that shit to flow like oil. You feel me? I don't want no heat, no tension. Don't be yelling at me. Don't be, yeah, I mean, you gonna make me cry and shit, break down. And I understand everybody got different immune and nervous systems, and you need what supports yours. So, you know, we have to know what we need, but leave others, right, to utilize what they need. Leave the other styles out here. It's too many people that be judgmental. I'm all in my camera. It's too many people out here be judgmental about the different styles of, oh, healers are supposed to be bull. No, I ain't never used, never will use a love and light healer. Me personally, not. Well, I don't say never, but that's not what I prefer. That's not what I look for. That's not right. So leave the people to be with what they are, right? I have an urban energy to me. I'm from an urban environment. Now they love me in suburban and like Cali and like they absolutely love me, but that's because I grew up in Colorado, so I'm used to being around people who don't look like me. You understand what I'm saying? So the style that I have, I've been created for. You know, so the people who like, well, I'm not for your retreat. You can go get somebody else to put on the headdress and the feathers and all of this and whatever, like or whatever, because there's so many different styles. That's one. Or you can go with the African style, or you can go with the Mesoamerican, or you can go with the, you know what I'm saying, put your poncho on and sing some Icaros, right? All of that. See where I'm going with all of that? I'm an urban type of individual. I have an urban type of style, an urban type of energy, an urban type of vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? An urban type of intelligence. Oh, highly educated. Oh, don't get it twisted. Oh, y'all thought in the urban that would, no, that's where all the education is. Yeah. Yeah. Seek out all the true education. Look at where you end up at. You know what I'm saying? The footsteps of this church and the schools and the temples. And wait a minute, look around. So, education has a high value, and a good teacher outweighs a ton of books. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I don't know if y'all understood where everything just went. You know what I'm saying? But a good book doesn't care about how you feel. Neither does a good teacher. So a lot of people be wanting, I was watching this clip on the gram the other day, and this chick had a microphone. She was going through a community, and she was saying, everybody wants to be a shaman, but nobody wants to. And then she would put the mic to their face. And man, when I tell you that every single answer, I was like, hell yeah, hell yeah. Everybody who answered, they knew what they was talking about. Everybody wants to be a shaman. Nobody wants to go through the rites of passage and initiations. Everybody wants to go be a shaman. Nobody wants to go through the timing and the training. Everybody wants to be a shaman. Nobody wants to follow in the footsteps and training of a shaman. Everybody wants to be a shaman. Nobody wants to learn the rules, laws, regulations. Another one. Everybody wants to be a shaman. Nobody wants to address their ego. Oh my God. Alexis, what's up, baby? She said, or how about they say what they need, etc. up front? It's not always you. I mean, yeah, but that's just not the human nature of people. And also, to be clear, when you deal with people in society, you are we are trained to find a person's thumb screw and to use that for the attention. What does that mean? That means the thumb screw is the thing that motivates them. It's the thing that you could, a screw that you could screw in with your thumb. There's no resistance. I would love to do this. I would love to do this. That's a screw that it's just no, just with your thumb. You don't even need a screwdriver. Just go ahead, use your thumbnail. I promise you, it's not, even if it's soft, it's gonna go in. I would love to do this. That's their thumb screw. You know what I'm saying? So, what's my thumb screw? Hey, what's my thumb? Oh shit, being on stage. Yeah, I guess being on stage is my thumb. It's like I'm a Leo. I've got a presentation. I've got a way of, you know what I'm saying, emceeing the crowd. And so it's like anybody who wants me to perform and MC and run some shit. Oh hell yeah, bet. Where you need me at? What time? Yeah. Oh, I'm getting paid for it. I wasn't even gonna ask, but how much? Shit, that's what's up. It was y'all did it for free. You know what I mean? That's the thumb screw. Some people is working with the children. You know what I'm saying? It's like whatever you say. As soon as you say that, they're like, oh hell yeah, bet. That's their thumb screw. So a lot of people will look at that thumb screw in business. What do you need? Everybody needs help getting to the next level, because the next level usually, depending on who or what you're doing, is about money. Usually, unless you're like me, right? But so with that being said, they're telling you somehow that they can help you to get that. But what I'm saying is, from this point on, for me, do you have what you saying you can help me get? If you telling me you can help me get 30 bands a month off of whatever this program is, two things. One, do you have 30 bands? Are you getting 30 bands a month yourself? Whatever you're telling me you're going to help me do, first of all, are you doing it? Second of all, whatever it is you telling me you're about to do for me, is somebody teaching it to you? Because if so, I don't want you to do it for me. I want them to do it for me. That's another thing that I felt, oh man, you know who else, man, so and so. Yeah, the person who do this, the person who run this, yeah, that's my teacher. They teaching me this system right now. So I could just do this system for you. Oh, I'm investing in your classes. Just say that. Just say, hey, help me pay for my class and I'll use you as a tester. We'll see if it works. No, you telling me a whole lot more and showing a whole lot less. You understand? So, we have to, and the reason I'm saying this is because I'm saying people will get out and speak against people who don't do things that are community based. Oh, y'all won't barter. Oh, I thought y'all was about the community. Oh, you won't offer your works for free. Oh, I thought you was about the community. Why do people want you to offer your works for free to something that they charging people to come to? I really don't understand the mindset of some of the community organizers out here. To tell me that you want me to pay you for a booth or a table at an event that you are charging, that's acceptable. But to want me to teach or to administer or to be at or to do anything at an event that you are charging for, please do not ask me to do nothing like that for free. I'm not that guy. It has nothing to do with community. That's not cool, right? So it's just a lot of things that people will try to shame people for not doing and being a part of. It amazes me because nobody's asking me to come be a part of anything paid. Like people will have seen me and they'll try to use the notoriety of me being on National Geographic and the paper and all of this. Like, oh yeah, he was on, so let's invite him here and do like, nah, stop, because y'all not giving me a booth, you're not giving me a table, you're not inviting me to, you know what I'm saying? It's like we can see what's really going on, right? And so that's why I don't really do nothing. Like, nah, I'm straight. I don't do nothing. I don't do nothing. I'm straight. You know what I mean? If there's no mutual respect and no mutual finances trading, I don't care about y'all saying, oh, he ain't about nothing unless he, no, because that's what y'all be doing though. So why I'm gonna come do something when y'all charging for it? It's now if the whole event is free, if everything out there is free, everybody free, ain't nobody selling nothing, ain't nobody doing nothing, then I will come. I'll set up a booth, I'll educate, and I'll give out. Yeah, when that's a community event when everything is free. But no, man, y'all gotta remember, like I've been here 20 years plus in the community doing things. So I know people on these boards, I know people on these tables, I know people all everything, all even down to the dang on what's the shit that they didn't turn into a damn bullshit, the African World Festival. Everything, man. Come on, man. It's ridiculous. They done took away the community. They done took away the community's ability. I remember going to the African World Festival and we would see people behind them tables that we would see in our community. I ain't remember we seen the Bookman at the thing. I ain't seen that niggas at an African World Festival in probably 10 years. Because they pricing all of the community out and they giving all of the vending to all of these outside people who be doing all the circus run. Why? Because they be paying that circus run money. Yeah. See, stuff like that. Like, being a man of the community, truly, I don't like what the community events have turned into. The only ones that's really holding shit down, I ain't even gonna lie about it. Right now, the only ones that I really can say that I be saying, damn, they holding it down, is churches. And those are the ones I used to talk the most shit about. But they connected to the government. So can we really get them props? Because they're doing stuff, but when it comes to speaking up, they're not finna do that. Because if they do, they're gonna lose their connection, they're gonna lose their funding, so they really kind of like the same people that they was during slavery. You know what I'm saying? The slave master lets them speak and lets them give us stuff, right? Fried chicken, the yard bird, right? The good shit, right? But it's all a ploy for us to be like, oh, those are the ones. Like I just said, those are the ones who are really helping us. Like now, those are the ones who really keeping us with things that come to the community. That's what I'll say. I don't know about help, but again, like that's where we went back to the beginning of this. Everyone who offered to help me needed me. That's what I said on this video, right? Everybody who offered to help me actually needed me. It wasn't about helping me. It was about getting something from me, right? And so you got to look at that when we're looking at the churches. Everyone that they helping, they need them. Because if this is the only place that you think your help is coming from, then you have to stay in tune with the things that they asking you to do. But we ain't gonna go deep into that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, it's kind of funny when you just hop out of one industry or one situation, jump into another, take the same rule of law. That's why I say my favorite language is mathematics. It's the only language a lie cannot be told in. If the math don't add up, it's wrong, right? So if we're looking at what I'm saying, right? When somebody offers you help, are they really offering you help? Or are they using what they know your thumb screw is, what you need and you would agree to because it's motivating you, right, immediately to help themselves? Why do you want to help me? What is my help that I'm going to receive going to cost? How long do I have your help for? Those are three things that now I know before we talk about anything else. Anybody come offer me help? Those are the first three questions I want to ask. Why you want to help me? What do you want from my help? And how long am I going to have your help? Them the first three questions. Then we can get on to the rest of it. Because the truth of the matter is, now I know. Tell somebody you love them in the language they can understand it in. Peace.